incredible fan base.
A lot of people are cheering out there.
We're going to put a seatbelt on you to keep you in the booth.
Breaks a tackle at the 10, angles in, touchdown, and he has dominated this opener tonight.
And alongside Tony Haynes, Matt Chasnow with you, and we have ourselves Notre Dame week. We've anticipated this week since the schedule came out. Pack's 4-2. And we've got 3 segments we'll do here in the pod. We'll go 5 minutes, 5 topics. We will deviate. It won't be exactly that. We'll go trivia, and then we'll go with the calendar events. All right, first topic, they dominate Campbell. 607 yards of offense, and they did it spreading the ball around. Hollywood Smothers, Duke Scott. There were a lot of different guys in the mix.
Well, I think the expectation was that NC State would probably dominate Campbell. The Camels have had a lot of trouble on defense. That showed up right away on the first drive of the game. NC State zips down the field for one of the few times in his coaching career. Dave Doeren wins the toss, takes the ball. And I think it goes back to what he told us on the radio show a week ago. The realization hit him after 5 games that, you know, this might be one of the years where NC State's going to have to win a lot of games on offense by outscoring the opponent, scoring a bunch of points. He pointed out there have been times during his tenure at NC State where the defense had to carry a large share of the load. So this is a little bit different. And I think that mentality was reflected on that coin toss when, again, Dave Doeren, a guy, a former defensive coach who likes deferring to the second half, he's saying now, I want my offense to touch the ball as many times as possible over the course of a game, starting with the first possession. It's like a baseball lineup. You want to make sure your best hitters are batting 1, 2, 3. That gives them a better chance to maybe hit 5 or 6 at bats over the course of the game, depending upon how the game's going. So yeah, you want CJ Bailey in this offense to have the ball in their hands as much as possible. So I would imagine moving forward, anytime NC State wins a toss, offense is going to take it first.
Johnny got excited in the booth. Johnny got a little edge of his seat.
Well, when he played, nobody ever deferred.
Yeah,
they would always take the ball first.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think analytics probably changed that along the way where you're talking about winning the field position battle and hidden yardage and all of that. And the whole mentality, if you send your defense out there first, get a 3 and out, you're going to start the game in good field position. But I think with this NC State team, you're going to throw that out the window.
Number 2, Hollywood Smothers. Leading rusher in the ACC, incredible first half of the year, kept good going against Campbell. That's probably an understatement. Basically, every time he touched the ball against the Camels, it felt like he was going to house one.
Well, 31 yards per carry, that's pretty good. He get 123 yards on 4 carries on the sidelines. He didn't play in the second half. He was mostly back behind the bench talking to some young fans, which was kind of cool. He had his helmet off. They didn't need him. And I just went over and mentioned to him, hey, 31 yards per carry, is that about right? And he says, oh, that sounds good to me. You know, yeah, what a phenomenal player he's turned out to be. And Coach Doeren mentioned on the press conference this week, don't underestimate his blocking ability and his pass protection against blitzes. Although I have compared his slick moves to, our guy that used to play for the Mr. Sanders used to play with the Detroit Lions and Oklahoma State. Before that, he's bigger and he's stronger, and he's actually pretty physical for a guy that you would initially say, well, he's kind of a quick scat back. Well, he's a quick scat back, but he is also a guy, he's not afraid to mix it up physically. But yeah, 6.9 yards per carry for the season. He's got 4 100-yard plus games. He's 3rd in that category. So, he's high up in a lot of rankings nationally.
Nearly 140 yards, 40-plus yards per game, total yardage on average. He's been incredible. What do you make of you've got to be really banged up in a position for Coach Doeren to not only admit it, but accentuate it. And it's in the game notes. And they're talking about how the nickel position is frankly depleted. And I don't mean to knock Javon Bailey or Assad Brown. Those guys have done yeoman's work in those positions, but maybe they didn't expect to play as many snaps as they have been. Whatever the case may be, it's hard to have injuries, and there are enough of them for it to be somewhat obvious for Coach Doeren to talk about.
Well, they lost 2 nickels in camp, lost another one right in the first or second game. lost yet another one, I think, in the third game. And so then you bring on a redshirt freshman, Hassan Brown. He has to start. The Virginia Tech game, played well.
Yes.
You know, he had an excellent job. But they're having to move people around because they're also getting injuries on the back end, too, at the safety position, right? And so, you know, Javon Bailey comes in and he plays the game the other day, gets the start at nickel, and they move Brown to safety. There's a lot of cross-training going on now at the back end. We always talk about cross-training on the offensive line. That's pretty commonplace. You know, the left tackle also gets some reps at right tackle. Same story with the guards. A couple of guards will also snap the ball some in case you need to create a backup center. I don't know that you see as much cross-training, generally speaking, on the back end of your defense, but at this stage, it's kind of an emergency. And you just hope some of these young guys, because they are young guys, you just hope they don't get confused out there in the fog of war. You miss an assignment, and then you give up a big play. It's possible that happened some in that Virginia Tech game when they gave up 9 explosive plays. They really cut that down against Campbell. I think it was only 2, so did a better job there.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A 2-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Oh.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside. With passion burning in my veins.
This segment of Pulse of the Pack is presented by Coca-Cola.
All right, let's go straight to trivia now. We got 5 little nuggets here. The 2003 Gator Bowl.
Yes, I was there. I remember it.
How many touchdowns, off the top of your head, did T.A. McClendon rush in that win over the Fighting Irish?
2.
There it is. Quick, ring it up.
This should have been your trivia question, okay?
Okay. What should it have been?
How old were you in 2003? NC State was not on your radar back then.
Well, I mean, I knew, probably watched the Gator Bowl, to be honest.
How old were you in 03?
I was 19, 20.
Okay.
Depending.
A little
19.
older than I thought.
Yeah.
So you did watch the game on TV?
I think so.
Okay. NC State had a safety named Rod Johnson.
Okay.
He was a senior safety. That was the last game of his career. He had 3 interceptions in that game. This would be the trivia question.
That's a great nugget. Yeah.
How many career interceptions did Rod Johnson have?
Yeah. 3.
Yes.
Oh.
I set that up, right?
Yeah, right. That's great.
So that was one of my favorite games covering NC State because they had 10 regular season wins, first team ever to get to double digits, playing Notre Dame at the Gator Bowl. And I remember arriving in Jacksonville about 2 days before that game, and there were NC State fans everywhere. I have never seen so much red at a bowl game to come watch NC State play. The reason is that team was so fun to watch. Phillip Rivers, and they had a lot of big personalities on both sides of the ball. They had a tight end named Sean Burton, who was a big physical guy, but he was funny. Terrence Holt and Thunder Dan on defense. It was just a fun team to watch. And NC State, the fans were juiced, and they outnumbered the Notre Dame fans, which is hard to do in a bowl game because, you know, Notre Dame's such a national brand, and there are front-running Notre Dame fans all over the country.
Sure.
Phillip Rivers grew up as a Notre Dame fan. How about that?
Yeah.
So, but so it was a great atmosphere for a bowl game. It was packed in an NFL stadium, and the game turned around right away. Second possession, Notre Dame driving down the field, and the man they called Thunder Dan, D'Antonio Burnett, knocked out Notre Dame quarterback Carlisle Holiday. Literally did knock him out. Didn't try to, but it was a Thunder Dan tackle. He was Thunder before that, but Notre Dame found out early on in that game why he earned that nickname.
Found out why. Yeah.
What a great day that was.
All right, second nugget. How many of the remaining 6 Pac opponents are currently in the top 25?
4, maybe?
That's right. Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that? 4 of the final 6. The 2 that are not are at Pittsburgh and then home for the rivalry.
Isn't it amazing how I come up with these trivia answers because you send me the answer in advance?
You're supposed to. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I don't think you gave me the T.A. McClendon one, though, did you?
I actually didn't. Well, I did. No, I did.
Okay.
It's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I missed
I
it
meant
because
to.
I did actually look it up.
I meant to. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and actually, Pittsburgh plays Florida State this weekend, so that may flip around that nugget for now. Okay, who lead? These are relevant, but also somewhat easy. Who leads the ACC in rushing? I did not give you this answer, but we've already talked about it.
It's pretty easy. It's one Hollywood Smothers.
It is one Hollywood Smothers.
I don't think it's any close at this point.
He's the guy.
693 total yards on the ground, and think about as we go back to last week, the 31 yards per carry. By the way, team-wise, NC State averaged 10.9 yards per play.
Wow.
They finished with 609 yards on just 60 plays.
Wow.
Okay? So that's a school record, 10.9 yards per play.
That's the record. That's the new mark.
Second on that list was 9.6 yards per offensive play. That was in the 2004-2003 Citrus Bowl, okay? Here's another trivia question.
Please.
So for those 2 stats, 1 and 2, again, the record against Campbell last week, 10.9 yards per play. Then that bowl game against Kansas, 9.6 yards per play. Dave Doran was on the sidelines for both of those games.
How about that?
And unfortunately for him, he was
on the good side of
he
one of
was
them.
the linebacker coach for Kansas that day.
That's a great nugget. I love stuff like that.
See, I'm inventing
That's
trivia
I
questions.
love the stuff like that.
I don't even ever prepare my trivia questions.
But you're just a bounty of it flowing out of you. Okay, who's the 17th leading passer in America right now at 276 yards a game?
Will Wilson.
No. C.J. Bailey.
Oh, well, yeah, C.J. obviously.
Top 20.
To me, this is an amazing stat. C.J. Bailey has completed more than 70% of his passes in every game.
Yeah, that is an amazing stat. Right, it's a completion percentage that's tied for 4th best in the country, but the consistency of it may be more important than, it's not like he was 19-19 one game, although last year against Stanford he just about was.
Well, he was 20 of 23. His pass game.
Okay, final one. We're going to go back to 2002. This Pac running back was ACC Rookie of the Year in 2002.
T.A. McClendon.
T.A. McClendon, which has just felt relevant because of the Gator Bowl nugget.
So you ready for nuggets?
Please.
Tap into my historical knowledge. Well, I forget most of it, but his first start that year was going to be at Texas Tech.
Okay.
He had not started the first 2 or 3 games because he was a freshman. They wanted to make sure he was ready with pass protection. So they had taken a guy, Greg Golden, who was a corner, but a running back in high school. He actually started the first couple games at running back. Then going to Texas Tech, they wanted to move Golden back to defense because they're going to play extra defensive backs because your old buddy, Coach Leach.
Oh, because of Mike Leach, because of the air raid.
The air raid offense. Yeah. So they thought TA was ready, just worried if he's going to be nervous making his first start. So we get outside the hotel, get in the buses. Normally the buses, Coach Amato, you're going to leave right. If the bus is supposed to leave at 11 a.m., you're leaving at 11 a.m. So we're sitting there in the back bus. It's 11:05, it's 11:10, it's 11:15. Okay. What's the holdup here? TA slept in.
Uh-oh. His first start.
Right before his first start. They had to go get him.
Whoops, they had to go wake him up.
And he scores 5 touchdowns.
That'll sleep in all you want. Get your rest. Yeah. Get your rest.
Bring it in, Old Dominion. We know that it takes hard work to be the best in the game. It starts up front with protection, making sure the freight arrives safe and damage-free. Then we work as a team, packing every shipment and running every route with precision. And we always manage the clock to be on time every time, so that every drive is a scoring drive. 1, 2, 3, OD!
Now that's the best in the game. No playoff needed. Old Dominion Freight Line, proud sponsor of college athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A 2-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Oh.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Welcome back to Wolfpack Weekly, your weekly inside access pass to NC State Athletics. Here again, Tony Haynes and Matt Chesnell.
Are live here at Sports and Social. It is that time of the week. It's great to be with you as we get set to talk to 3 players here at Sports and Social. We put them to work. It's Josiah Victor, Will Wilson, and Sebastian Harsh, alongside Tony Haynes, Matt Chasnow with you. What do you say we start with the big fella here? Not that Sebastian Harsh and Will Wilson aren't big fellas. How much do you weigh? How tall are you, Josiah Victor? And what year are you in school?
6'2", 312. I'm class of 2029.
Okay, so 6'2", 312. Has football been easy for you?
No.
It hasn't always been easy for you. When was football? So why do you say that?
My 9th grade year really pushed me to the test, like if I wanted to play or not. And I took a chance on football, and I was really a basketball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I played basketball and I played football, but I stopped playing football like in 5th grade, and I played basketball throughout my whole middle school year, and then I came back to football.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Were you a postman?
Yeah, I was a postman.
Oh,
yeah. And then I just got big. I was
another
like,
DJ Burns over
there. Yeah, right, sure.
And then I just got big. I was like, I'm going to go back to football.
And really pleased to be joined here by the quarterback, Will Wilson, and very specifically the running quarterback, Will Wilson, who for the first time showed the arm against the Fighting
But
Camels.
he can throw.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt he can.
We know that.
No doubt he can.
And you know, when we talk about specialists
in
football, it's kicker, punter, long snapper. Will Wilson has become a specialist. You feel special?
I feel myself.
How has this first year of ball felt to you, going out there in this unique role? How's your freshman year been through this first half of the season?
I feel like I'm just blessed to be able to take the field as a freshman. You know, a lot of freshmen don't get that opportunity, so, you know, I take full pride in that.
So Chaz and I went to the preseason scrimmages and practices, and we saw the Wildcat, right, the Wildcat, and we were talking amongst ourselves. So explain to the fans how that whole concept came about.
You know, just when I first came in, you know, Coach Roper, Coach Doran, they told me that this was a role that I can take and take pride in and do it, just with my abilities and to help the team. So, you know, anything Coach D asked me to do to help the team, you know, I'm going to do. So that's it.
You're a freshman. You're playing high school football in Columbia. You're Mr. Football in the state of South Carolina, and you did it playing for your dad. Your dad was the coach. What was it like playing high school football for your dad?
It was great. You know, some people may think like playing for your dad is hard, but, you know, I took a lot of pride in it because, you know, my dad, he had a lot of expectations for me, but it wasn't high expectations that I didn't have for myself.
So what about C.J. Bailey impresses you the most?
Oh, just his decision making, his accuracy. You know, he can put the ball anywhere on the field, and like I think he has like the third highest completion rate in the country. That's top. That's elite. You know, and just his day to day how he handles himself. So like, you know, it just amazes me. You know, just being able to go out there, see him play and ball, and like I be talking to the guy, my guy Wade on the sideline. I'm like, bro, he doesn't have an incompletion, and like it seems like he doesn't throw an incompletion, and he balls. He's a baller.
Sebastian Harsh, the graduate student transfer from Wyoming, here is with us live at Sports and Social.
All right, so we've seen Sebastian Harsh getting tackles in the backfield, getting after the quarterback. But if you're listening out there, you may be surprised to know that in high school he rushed for 2,674 yards because you were a quarterback.
Yes, sir.
But that wasn't your only position. How many positions did you play in high school?
I would line up at wide receiver sometimes, quarterback obviously, outside linebacker, place kicker, doing field goals, kickoffs, punter. So pretty much every phase of the game I was out there. So
what's your longest field goal?
Longest field goal, 52.
Wow,
that's a real number.
Yeah.
Yes, big.
How was the punting?
Punting longest was 84.
84?
Yeah.
Wait a minute now.
State championship game.
Really?
Senior year, yeah.
You had an 84-yard punt in the Nebraska state title game?
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, some of the teammates were asking me maybe like 2 weeks ago about it. It was popping up on their TikTok or Instagram and like, dude, did you punt? And I was like, yeah.
When you're being recruited, did you have an idea what your position would end up being at this level? Really?
No clue. I thought people were going to pick me up for quarterback or outside linebacker or kicker, but I mean, I just got put at defensive end. I was just happy to play football.
You must have known somewhere deep down, and I mean this with all respect to Kanoa Vincent, that you weren't getting recruited for kicker.
Yeah, there was no way. There's no way. Just a Swiss Army knife kind of guy.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, with a whole lot of different options. So I want to give you a big thanks. Thanks for doing this, Sebastian Harsh, coming on, throwing the headset on here. Josiah Victor and Will Wilson as well.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Carolina Ford Dealers. See your Carolina Ford dealer, proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A 2-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Now get 0% financing with 0 down, plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on a 2025 Ford F-150 truck, only at your Carolina Ford dealers.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed and monitored 24/7.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Pulse of the Pack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work, so enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Here with Jeff Gravely, I'm Andrew Sanders. We'll take you the rest of the way here on the NC State football postgame show. Final from South Bend, Notre Dame 36, Wolfpack 7. NC State now 4-3 overall, the record as they head into their bye week. 7 games in, 4-3, and a loss for the Wolfpack here on the road. Look, we talked pregame. This team was heavy underdogs going into this one. Needed some things to go their way, like forcing turnovers. They did that, needing the defense to, how many stops would you be able to get? But the defense, I think, did more than expected. I know the end result is 36 points allowed. A lot of that came second half after turnovers. But to hold Notre Dame to just 10 points at the break, felt like your defense gave you a chance in this one. For those of you that maybe missed the game just tuning in, the storyline that makes this loss so disappointing is you thought you could hang your hat on the offense. You thought that the offense could you hope to maybe get in a shootout in this game, and the offense finishes with just the 7 points is the tough one to deal with here in the aftermath of this game.
And I think the 7 points that NC State got was what we were hoping we would see all day from NC State's offense.
Thought
it was a beautiful pass from C.J. Bailey to Terrell Anderson for the long touchdown, the lone touchdown for NC State. Anderson gets hurt and can't play in the second half. They had multiple injuries again. Anthony Carter Jr., your left guard, goes out, and Terrell Anderson goes out, who's been playing his best football. But I thought a big moment in the game actually happened right before the half. It's 36 seconds to go. NC State punts, and Notre Dame, Coach Dorn had talked about their return game, and Faison had a 23-yard return. They get a defensive pass interference, does NC State, a couple of completions, and all of a sudden Notre Dame kicks a field goal. Kind of a ho-hum first half for Notre Dame. It's 10-7. And then they come out in the third, and they don't score on their initial drive, but they do score on 4 of their 6 drives in the second half. Most of them were touchdowns. The only thing that disrupted their offensive flow in the second half was a fumble down on the goal line that NC State recovered that subsequently turned into a turnover for NC State that turned into 2 points for Notre Dame with a safety. So those are the kind of things when you talk about an opportunity to pull an upset. You need your best units to be their best units, and NC State's offense was not tonight against Notre Dame. But I thought Notre Dame's defense had something to do with that. Look, this is a much maligned defense of Notre Dame in the first 2 games that they lost, but in the last 3 games they've given up 7 points, 13 points, and 7 points. So they have found some success, and I think a lot of credit goes to their defensive backfield they were on the NC State receivers like a blanket. There was not a lot of room to operate. There was not a lot of room room to make catches, although NC State was able to get that one play that was their lone touchdown, C.J. Bailey to Terrell Anderson. But overall, not enough productivity for your offense. And this is one of the better teams that NC State will face this year, and it certainly is one of the better teams that NC State has faced this year.